rivalry almost as old as the sport itself. Two teams that, when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Ready to get this thing started and open the season. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. On the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. He's picked up 48 yards on the ground already. That is a way to make a statement early. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Defense cover up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Using his legs, it's Savage. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just short of the...
You kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The play-action fake. Gets it out fast. Just plowing ahead. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabs it in the middle. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
The snap sets up to throw. Gets it to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Barring a penalty, because announcers always have caveats, the drive will come down to 4th and goal. They'll run the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the point after is good. An 84-yard drive there. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Irish back on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys.
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He's now up to 77 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Now rolling to the left. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone, but just kind of ran out of space over there on that sideline.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Iron! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the plus.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that play. Oh, it'll be a turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Snags it over the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Using his feet to buy time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
He's got him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Under fire. Moving out of the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ware. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Comes the Michigan offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut...
Turning it on! He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll go to the air. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man on the right. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Got a man. It's Reese. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Picks up the 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Quarterback will keep it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard. Third in California.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking for space, it's Savage. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go right back to it. Got room at the 35. Wide open spaces. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Looking to throw, it's Miranda.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Texas is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. A real bloodbath today at DKR. They're trailing by 21 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Here come the Irish back on offense. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on...
Oh, it's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down. David, you talk about getting quarterbacks off their spot. It's also good for the defense when they knock him off of his new spot once he gets there.
No doubt. They got to him and got him on the ground. You see so many quarterbacks that are so fast. They like to get outside the pocket. They like to make plays with their feet. But when you swarm as a defense and you don't let them get all the way towards the sidelines and use that speed and get them on the ground, you did your job.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down. Baby.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Gonna swing it on second down. Here's the heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense would come out and take over at the 44.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting a hammer down.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! Great job by the back on the option. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Running into the open space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. To throw, it's Miranda. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ware. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Wants to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Reese. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Ware. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that Golden Dome will sparkle a little brighter as Notre Dame claims bragging rights over Michigan. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.